After these messages, boom, boom, boom. We'll be right back. Super told me don't do countdown, so I'll do
Oh,
countdown.
well, it looked like we live. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking
We live
at
for real?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
What? We live for real. We're
Okay.
here.
I just wanted to make sure.
Rise and shine, you guys. Like I had to like confirm.
How are
I'll
you,
be trying to
though?
make sure that my comments and shit is on and looking okay. And wait a minute, let me move my hair because I'm looking on this thing and I could tell that I done had my scarf on all night. Y'all see this? Like, don't try to do me, honey. Like, let me fix my hair.
And she said, hold up. Let me fix my hair.
Okay. Dun, 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 boom, boom.
Oh,
Oh,
Bless you.
God bless you.
oh, Lord
Oh.
Jesus, hallelujah.
That's that sneeze
God
when you
bless
gotta
you.
check your drawers.
What?
Yeah.
I've never
Okay.
sneezed like that.
Man, boy. You must ain't ate no dairy products before you sneeze.
I got beans, greens, tomatoes, potatoes.
Man.
You name it.
Look, let me show y'all who I got this with me this morning. I have
What's up, man? How
Fam
y'all-
North.
how y'all
Look, he done
doing?
hurt his arm, y'all.
Man, you know, still got work though.
Oh yeah, we gonna talk about that. And we have CJ, Big Daddy CJ, who ain't been here in 3 motherfucking sessions.
3. Yeah, we gonna talk about that.
My daddy said you only as good as your last performance. I'm here now. Rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah, rest in peace, Rich Homie Quan. And then y'all know who I am, okay? So, first of all, I'm glad that y'all here this
I'm
morning.
listening it out.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Me too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been a crazy week for me. So, and
But explain to everybody this cast on your arm, cause like you had it last week, but like now you got the
so
cast.
I needed something to relieve me from holding my arm up. Because me holding my arm up.
Can you put the
was-
camera on, fam?
Huh? Oh.
I'm sorry.
Because
to
me
shut
holding
it
the
out.
camera up, wow. Me holding my arm up was making my deltoid muscles contract. So then me doing that after a couple of weeks, my shoulder muscles started getting sore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man. So I need something to hold that up so I'm not putting pressure on that muscle as well. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So yeah, man, hard head. Pretty much. I'm hard head.
Right.
You know, stubborn. I'm gonna admit it.
But you hard body because you still
you
here getting
gotta-
that work done.
Right. You know
But
what
that's
I'm
the
saying?
that's the problem. That's what we was talking about last week.
What?
You know, like working through, like everything is like synchronicity and flow. So like if you not in flow, then you basically that's how you be burning out.
Right.
You hit a level, you know, of work where you tell yourself that it's hustle. You know what I'm saying? But like it's like going against your well being.
Ooh, man, you know, 4 a.m.
So it's like a
prayer was about
rhythm,
this.
you know, to it. It's a rhythm that you can like I don't know, like get as much done as you will want to get done, or like really hustle, but like you also can still get the rest too. So I don't know, like it's pretty much all about like the kind of stuff that you entertain and like obedient to, because you know you get ideas on how to maximize whatever it is, but like whether you can be disciplined about staying on top of. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
But like that discipline can't go against your your well-being, and that'd be the thing, because like as an entrepreneur, like you get to say when you off and you get to say when you done.
Yeah, you get to say when you want to work. You get to say when you don't.
So like I was telling fam, I'm like, look, like the idea that the more you work, the more you get paid, it's not true. Because the same level of tired that I am now is the same level of tired I was when I was in the room upstairs. And I was still working 12 hours. So in the same 12 hours,
You could definitely make more money though.
I didn't say that you couldn't make more money.
What'd you say? I missed it.
Clearly.
You said working longer doesn't equate to more money. I thought that's what you said.
I said working more does not equate to more money. No.
Oh, I don't understand that.
I just explained it.
So like,
I ain't getting it. I didn't get it.
You ain't hear nothing I just said.
You said you was still working 12 hours up from upstairs. And you know what you said, now you still working 12 hours downstairs?
yeah.
So in the same 12 hours, what? Bring it home, honey.
But I'm saying that's the same 12 hours, so I don't get it. I don't get what you're saying. Just pass over me, okay? Because I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Cause you confusing me now. Like anyway, like me working the same 12 hours upstairs.
Not this nigga in the comments trying to explain it to me. Right. Lord Jesus. He said working more does not equate to more money. How? Because if I'm working more, then I should be making more money. I don't get it. So I'm just going to let it go. And y'all let it go too.
It's not about the money. It's about the energy. Like, yo, it's not. It's about your energy and the preparation to make the money. Like, you cannot burn yourself out. So, like, you can do things to prepare yourself to make more money. But it's going to always be the same amount of time that you're going to use. The same 12 hours that I use today is the same 12 hours that I was using then. But I'm in a position to make more money now than I was then. So that's what it is.
Why is that? I'm missing
but
something.
That's not because I killed myself working 18 hours. That's not because I killed myself. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch that.
Clearly.
I was so hung up on you saying like, oh, you're not making my money.
You have a tendency to take one little thing and then you'll diagnose it and then you'll criticize it and then you'll...
Well, you talk a particular way because you could have...
Then pay attention.
I did pay attention. I didn't get it. That's why I asked you to explain it again.
Like, you can ask and then... No, like, what you did was respond. You know.
Okay.
That was
I said we can move past it because I didn't get it. And we're still on it.
Yeah, so... That was what I was trying to tell fam, you know. It was like, bruh, like there's a flow, there's a rhythm to, like, this whole thing that we're doing that's more authentic to what it is and who we are in the moment. You know, what it is and who we are, you know, especially since, like, these are extensions of our gifts and talents.
Right.
You know. So, like, a lot of times when, and these are things that I'm learning because, like, you know, I'm definitely the major burnout king. You know, I'm definitely, you know, going to try to, you know, push the envelope and, you know, see how I can tighten up in, you know, however many ways. Trying to find the logistics of, you know, how to, I don't know, like maximize, like, whatever I got going on throughout the day, you know, wherever. Like, in doing so, it shouldn't require me to, like, step out of, you know, mental health, or to step out of like health and wellness, like, you know, like missing lunches and shit like that. Like, you kind of got to tighten up on that because, like, you always supposed to come first.
Right.
You know, and, like, anytime, like although things do happen the way that they, like, things do happen without our permission. You know, that's another reason why I say that you don't get to say how much money you make. That's why I said that. It's like, because like it's planned for you. Like, there's a plan for your life.
Right.
You know, and there's divine, like, moments that you are catching in anything when, like, you get in any idea or, like, any premonition or anything like that. It's like, these are, you know, them synchronicities that's letting you know, like, I got you. Letting you know that, hey, you know, you on the right path. You know, so, especially with our stories. Like, we all got very unique stories on, you know, how, you know, we kind of got into doing whatever it is that we do.
Right.
You know, it's the uniqueness of those stories that, you know, is the driving force of, you know, like, who you are, your authenticity, like, who you are on this, you know, in the now.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I love that story. I love to hear everybody individual story about what got them to their success. Right. Or, you know, their
the church thing. When I look back on all that you have done to me, you know, it's that looking back part because last week we was talking about how, in a nutshell, how a person can live and be taken, like the emotions basically take them and put them in a place that they didn't plan to be without them knowing. You know, making decisions, doing things off of, you know, the way that you were shown to do things instead of like what's authentic to you. There's a point in your life where you don't have to be anything else other than you. You know, in order for somebody to love you, or in order for somebody to take care of you, you know, you don't have to adjust to your environment. You could just be yourself at some, you know, once you're on your own. But like not a lot of people, you know, kind of take those, you know, routes to be them authentic selves.
That's true.
It's that like takes your life and then molds it into your version of their version. Like once you turn around and then do the same things and think the same ways and go the same places, you know, but just in your version.
Like you try so hard not to be your parents, and you turn out
and then you
them.
Turn around and be them, right? So, it's the disassociation from that, like the delusion of that, you know, or even denying that shit, that like makes you more and more of that thing. Mm-hmm. But like once you look back and start to reflect and start to do shadow work and start to diagnose your mental health and, you know, do all the things that it takes to, do all the things that it takes to like, I don't know, center yourself, become more of a Zen motherfucker. Okay. Until you do that, then you're not, I don't know, you're not aware of the echo. I was telling him there's some type of echo, like that you can, I think I was explaining to you, the delay in your mind is the same thing as the delay, you know, of things that's coming and things that's going. And, you know, like we basically are corresponding, you know, with our own internal dialogue, you know what I'm saying, of who we are or this personality or whatever. And, you know, like everything else is just voices and vibration and everything. I don't know. Y'all follow me, right?
Why you say you don't know?
No, like no, I'm trying to make sure that y'all are following me. Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Thoughts before I move on. Like what y'all thinking?
CJ, I ain't heard from CJ.
Yes.
So let me hear from CJ real quick.
Yes, CJ.
Mr. I'm here.
I'm understanding you. I feel like that's why a lot of people don't break generational curses, you know, because they just in a loop. You just stuck in a loop. And then I was just more so talking about this with my friend, how like just in life we're just in different cycles, and you never really notice the cycle you're in until you get out of it. Right. And you're like, damn, I did that for a minute. You know, you be like, whatever. Like, you never really notice until you get to step outside of it and reflect. I always love to reflect on a situation, but then I heard that's kind of bad, too, because you just playing it over and over in your head. But I'm trying to see where a bitch had me fucked up at.
Right.
But,
did you find out where?
No, they did.
Okay.
But, yeah, no, I pick up where you was going.
Okay.
Fam?
No, I mean, well, go ahead, fam. Yes.
That's deep. You're supposed to say that's deep.
That is deep.
Lord. It's not that deep. You know.
Well, it's deep because some people, they have to want to understand why they are the way that they are. Mm-hmm. If they don't want to understand that, then they will never be in a position to break generational curses. Because to them, like you said, it's just the way of growing up. And for me, I hear the word generational curses to where I just feel like it's just the knowledge of understanding. You know what I mean? Like how you was treated. If you treating other people like that, you wanted to know, man, I want to change. Rather than that, you just like, look, this how you gonna get treated around me.
But that's what I was finna say. It's more that stems too from and that's more so the last generation, like y'all's, than like not y'all's, like our parents than us, because like when they like, oh, that's how she is. No, that bitch needs to change.
Right.
She needs to change. Seriously.
Or she need help. You know what I'm saying?
Monet Tejada say some people don't even know that they own a hamster wheel.
Right.
And that's the honest to God.
That's
truth.
the deep part about it, right? That's the deep part. Like you don't see you don't see your behavior. You know what I'm saying? Like same thing with my son. My son's so aggressive. It's like, bro, you don't want to change?
Well, I mean, the whole thing is that like you were saying that it's like you have to understand.
Right.
And like the whole thing about it, like in my experience, like when I'm, reading the self-help books and when I'm listening to the videos and, shit like that, the corresponding message be like you raising your consciousness. Okay. And like what that is like your awareness. And like if it's, and a better word for awareness would be you to understand.
Right. Okay.
That's all they're talking about. Where it's like, oh, I understand how this connects to this, and now, and like that's the same self-reflection shit that I was just talking about. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, oh, these things are very simple fucking concepts. And like they just using very scientific, methods, because like in order to explain it, you gotta, go that way, where it's like, no, it's actually this, it's actually that, it's actually this, is that, and this is where it begins. But like, all in all, we're talking about very, very basic mind things that we do all day long to just understand.
Right.
That's
true.
Like once we get, where it is, and then it's like, okay,
do something.
Well, no, because like, a part of that understanding, and the reason why I was hitting a limit, okay, is like navigating the emotions. Okay, and that's what we were talking about. I was saying that my emotions led me up to this point. They were driving for me. I was not aware. I did not understand. And now it's like, okay, how do I navigate these emotions and channel them, in a healthy way? Because apparently like the shit getting like locked in our body. Let me show this one video because this was a good video explaining that. But y'all can give y'all thoughts real quick.
I just want to say one last thing, like, and this is going to the hamster wheel. Like, I feel like if you don't have a plan in your life, you will always be on a hamster wheel. Because you're just waking up and just doing the wheel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have nothing planned out. You don't have no goals. It's just wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep. Wake up, go to work, come home, go to sleep. Wake up, go. You know what I'm saying? It's just the same thing.
That's a little hit.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. So it's like when you get off work, what you doing for yourself? If that job is only paying your bills, what you doing for yourself to get more knowledge? Is you going home and you studying? Is you going home? Is you learning? What are you doing? Are you going home and going to sleep?
Right.
Okay, welcome to the hamster world.
But then y'all just said you need the rest for your mental.
Oh yeah, you do
but
need the rest.
But like that's what I was talking about. It's that rhythm and that flow to it, which is like what's most authentic to you. Fam was just telling me like that he hurt himself, number one, and I'm like, damn, like. That's terrible. But it's like, what was you saying? You were saying that, I was saying, you were saying that you got to pay the bills. It's
right.
Why you was working so hard.
Right.
And I said, well, just don't pay them.
Don't pay them.
That's a
but people
too.
don't be realizing that that's a fucking option.
It is an option.
Where it's like, I can let these notices stack up. I can wait all the way up until these bitches banging on my fucking door.
JT said rent past due, but my shoes new. That's what she said. Now I'm rapping. I don't want to be cursing.
If I'm not in a position to buy no new shoes, I mean, if I'm not in a position to pay no rent, I'm definitely not in a position to buy no new shoes.
If you had a booking to go to, you was finna make that money. Your booking was on the 5th, and that rent was due on the 1st. But you said I'm finna get these shoes for this booking so I can put my best foot forward. I'm gonna pay that bill, honey. I'm gonna pay that bill.
Facts. Well, see, that ain't nothing but just a gamble right there. You know what I mean? That's a gamble. But if you believe in that gamble, then you gonna hit. You good. You know what I'm saying? But what I was saying from a perspective of, like, if I'm down, if I'm the man of the house, and I'm paying everything, if I stop working, what's gonna get paid?
Infinite Kane said,
I ain't saying it's not nothing that the wifey can't do, but if that's something that I put on myself, you know what I'm saying? I can't sit still.
Right.
I can't sit still. It ain't the point that I need to heal and I need to rest. I understand that. But I don't understand it to a point to where it's like, nigga, if you don't rest, you don't heal. If you don't heal, you don't get back out here.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like that comes with your plan. Because you got a plan to heal.
Yes, I got a plan to heal.
You can't just be like, oh, I got to get back up out here because I got to do something. I can't sit down.
But I had to accept that, though. That was my biggest battle with myself. I had to accept to say no. To say no, my arm is out. I'm not doing nothing.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Because low key, I still got another hand. You know what I mean?
Right.
I could do something. You feel me? But I had to tell myself, no, I need to rest. I cannot do nothing. If I can't do it from my computer from the crib, if I can't do it from where I'm resting at, then I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Right.
But my health is more important. So
yeah, it is.
That's where I'm at. I got a big gig this week.
Fuck them hoes.
This is my last gig this week, and then I'm resting, man.
Okay. You're going to take one of them detox baths. I got a chance to take my detox bath.
Tell me about it real quick. Tell me about this detox bath real quick.
Let me tell y'all, so the water was on 100, right? Real hot. You got to get that water real hot.
Yes, the water has to be hot.
So I opened it up. I smelled it. The aromas was there. So I already knew what kind of time we was going to be on. But so it was like a salt, though. That's what I really like, too. Because I felt like I was somewhere. I swear to God. Because like I broke it up. I told you I used like half. He gave us like a sample size. I used about half of it. He said he used the whole thing.
Because I made it as I was breaking down the portions. Everything I did to combine everything was a cup. Because every time I take one, it's a cup. So that's a full cup. You know what I mean? But it's a cup of everything. You get what I'm saying? So I always dump the whole thing. But for what you got, it's 4 baths. It's 4 detoxes.
I used like half. I was in there. When I tell you like water to here, I'm just like only my nose out, just breathing. My aromas was coming in. I felt the sweat coming from my scalp and my pores. But then I added. The only thing I did add was a little. I got some shea butter.
That's cool.
I had some shea butter, so I had a little thing. So what I do is like, cause I be running my water real hot. I just put the little container in there as the water running, and it'll melt down a little bit, and I just pour it in the water.
Okay. Next time you do it, get some fresh ginger and watch how much you sweat more.
I don't need to sweat more.
Just get the fresh ginger to get out of detox so you can sweat more.
Okay. I'm going to tell you next week.
Yeah, that ginger be making you sweat more. But let me ask you this. When you got out, how did you feel when you got out?
I definitely took a nap. So actually, it did help me because before I got in, first off, I was sick. I thought I had COVID. Well, I'm dramatic, but it hit me out of nowhere, and I thought it was COVID, goddammit. But then my friend was telling me that she was off work for COVID, so, like, it be in the back of your mind now. You just heard it, I'm like, oh, shit, that shit coming back. So I took me a bath. I took it at, like, 2. I took a bath. I be in there for a minute, so I was, like, 2 to 3:30.
Okay, yeah, it's only 20 minutes for the detox, but that's cool.
I had my playlist.
Okay,
so I was in there. Listen to Mary and Real Love. I got out and I smoked me a little wood, took me a nap. Baby, I was in the streets by 9. I woke up feeling amazing. Honestly, I woke up feeling great.
But yeah, man, I just took one, and when I say it drained me, I was drained. And once you take these detoxes, you need some good extra virgin coconut oil. to moisturize your skin with.
Mm-hmm.
If you allergic to coconuts, you can do avocado.
I just started adding avocado to my smoothies. Like I just did fruit and juice, and it was a little like I knew it wasn't creamy, and I knew it wasn't like that creamy because it wasn't like milk or yogurt that people would add to it. But avocado gives it that like smoothness, like where it's just like not, like when it's fruit and juice, it's just like not grainy, but it's like
right.
that
That shit do be
avocado.
grainy though, with just the fruit. That shit be grainy as hell. But I be taking this shit like a champ. I ain't no punk.
Okay, I was looking for this video. I can't find it. I'm sorry,
Cool.
guys.
That's cool. We was having
Y'all
a
up
good
here talking
conversation.
about
They talking
avocado.
to each other in the comments.
I don't even think you did your detox yet.
No, I did not. When it comes to emotions, okay, they getting trapped in our bodies. That's what the fuck the video was gonna say. Okay, the emotions getting trapped in your body. That is what causes anxiety.
Gotcha.
Okay, because you can't necessarily express yourself beyond the emotions that's trapped in your body. Like I said, the emotions they basically taking hostage in your motherfucking ass. Okay, and now you controlled by the fear and the anxiety, of you not being your authentic self.
Makes sense.
So like when I'm saying, okay, be your authentic self, like we using our workflow as an indicator, but like a lot of times, like your anxiety of your situation is the condition that you're creating for. So like so you saying, oh, I'm trying to make money. This is that, this, that, and the other. So you saying, oh, okay, I'm going to have to fight. Some people remember like emotions split into two different ways. It's either you are overcompensating or you undercompensating for something. So like I would assume that the hustle and the drive would be you overcompensating for what you think is a lack, when the flow and the rhythm of it would be to be like minor, in between, indifferent, and that's what we trying to find.
Well,
yeah.
Remember
the guy said, the Brashear guy, he say when you work on your he say when you work in your passions consistently, without any
wanting something in return.
Right, wanting something in return. Like this is how you what is it? You live the greatest excitement. It's something.
Yeah.
But like
you're living
like it's basically
your
he
passion.
was basically explaining, that I don't know, that awareness or that understanding, that okay, everything else will be taken care of if I do this.
Yep.
Yep.
If you do it looking for no reward.
Let me ask y'all this though, because have y'all or do y'all ever do things without you knowing why you've done them?
Yeah.
No.
Like give me an example. So like I'll give you an example first. Like, so the reason why I be so like reckless in my decision making, I would say, or what it appears to be, you'd be like, oh, I'm doing this because I feel like it. I feel like I should get up and speak at 7 a.m. and spend the night at the studio and the XYZ, and that's what I feel like that we should do. Like I done had occurrences over and over again, that proved that the feelings be more real than like when I make decisions for my own self. If I'm making any sense, it's like these are better decisions. The decisions that advise me to do things, are better than decisions that I'm just doing on my own. Mm-hmm. Those usually be the life changing decisions when you like, wait a minute. Some people they had the hairs on their arms stick up. Some people, I don't know. Everybody like some people describe it as something told me to do X, Y, da da da. I let a lot of that lead, like my life and a lot of my decisions making, which is why it's taking me a long time to buy that car for Erica. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's got to be right. And it's like, what is right? It's what's authentic to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's this the level of awareness that I know, you know, that I'm not sure that people are grasping, because it ain't no different than a lot of the things that are being challenged in spirituality today. You know, as far as communication outside of yourself. You know, like, here it is. We're not understanding that the outside ideas, you know, could be the very demons that the church tell you to cast out.
That's what I was just about to say, like, more so, you know what I'm saying, like, just, like, getting a little deeper, like, you know, like, because it's like, you know, I'm kind of listening to the voice, but, like, how do you know who that voice is? How do you know, like,
right?
Like, what if what if it's a bad something?
So, like, let's talk about them, because, like, I'm on this journey to figure out, like, what's what, and, like, some things have happened, and I'm trying to get into them. I'm trying to, like, wrap the story into it, so I can show y'all where I'm going. But it's that very thing that you're saying that I led up to, where it's like, oh, I have to figure out who this is that's been trying to communicate with me. As crazy as this shit sounds.
Because I want to know where you lead me, because I need to know where you been.
Like, I just explained to y'all that, like, oh, I live my life based off of this all the time. You know, XY. But, like, now the shit getting personal all of a sudden. Okay? So, did I tell you about the quarters and dimes? Right. So,
and
like,
Erica was talking about that, too.
Okay, so, just to catch you up, fam. I think that my ancestors are communicating with me with quarters and dimes, in a nutshell.
With quarters and dimes?
Yes.
Why?
Okay, so first of all, I walked in to the salon one day, and, like, first of all, like, just to give y'all some context to my life, I'm one of them scanner ass people. Like, I don't keep cash, okay? So, like, I don't never have change, you know. And if I do have change, like, I'm either giving it to, you know, somebody on the street, or, like, I'm taking the loose dollars and I'm letting them stack up, and I do, like, a deposit or something. So, like, all in all, in my life, I don't really see loose change laying around, okay? Not often. So, one particular day, when I'm going in the shop, there's loose change in the foyer. It was 1 quarter and 1 dime.
What happened that day? What happened that day?
So, child, majority of my life I live in my fucking head.
Right.
Okay, so, my mind, whatever I'm thinking that day, or whether I'm feeling that day, whatever, that's pretty much the foreground of the day, and everything else outside of it is, you know, just like the schematics of what I do to make money, you know. But, I would say lately, you know, to describe, like, my mind state, it's been more, you know, in tune of, like, who I am, what I'm doing, you know, like trying to find the center, okay, and not be so fucking disassociated and wayward, if I'm making any sense. Okay, so either way, I came in, I had the thought earlier where, like, first of all, I've been doing a lot of research, and, you know, I've been having, like, ringing in my ears and shit. And I'm like, no, why am my ears ringing and shit?
You're losing that frequency.
That's what you said the last time. But, like, I also been looking in the, looking into what is that, like, the spiritual aspect of it. And they say this is how the ancestors communicate with you. So, right. Well, not necessarily through the frequency. It's just letting you know that something else is. It's kind of like something ringing back, you know, in the microphone.
Okay.
You know, so right. This is how you indicate that, you know, some type of entity is around you, and it's like, I know that I'm not going deaf. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because, like, if it couldn't be what you're saying, because as many times that shit happen a day. You know, it's like what the fuck? I should be deaf by now. And it's always the same one. It's not like they're different tones. So, like, either way, this is what I was leading with, this mindset. Where it's like, okay, you know, like, there might be an ancestor, you know, like, leading me, X, Y, guiding me. Cool. Like, what do you want? Okay? Based off of based off of how I'm feeling, it's like, you know, like, are you, like what's the tea? So... Right. Like one time, like
pull up.
Right. Like let me know. Like, but I don't know. So either way, like one day I'm stressing. Like I've got business shit going on, personal shit going on, my shit going on all at the same time. And this, you know, this is like the foreground of what's happening around me. Finding the change. Okay. So like I find it, I immediately think of what I thought. Like, oh damn, like. This is rare. Normally, you got to pick down if y'all find loose change, like, don't step over and just keep going. You got to pick it up. Like, who does that?
I do.
Weird.
Yeah, I do.
They said you bending over to get a penny. So I can't remember the phrase.
Find a penny, pick it up all day long. You'll have good luck.
No,
I don't believe in.
They
luck.
said
I believe in God.
Bending over to pick up a penny is worse on your back. Something. It was like a phrase like that, where it was basically like leave it there. That's what they was telling us.
Yeah, well, either way, I picked it up.
Okay.
So, like, because I had the feeling, I'm like, you know, I don't know. This is a good sign, I guess. So, like, something popped in my mind. Hey, look up, you know, the significance of the number 35. Look up, you know, like just look up things in relations to nickels and dimes and, you know, stuff like that. And I found this video of Tabitha Brown. Let me show y'all this so y'all can get some context to what I'm talking about. Hold on. Oh yeah, here we go. Can I get some audio?
You should.
Hello there. These are tears of joy.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook does such an amazing thing with showing you your memories. Whew. And 6 years ago, I was going live in my kitchen. Ooh, I'm trying to get this out. I'm going to show y'all the clip of the video. I was doing my raw vegan. In the new year, I always try to go raw and cleanse and stuff. My Lord's hand, pull it together, girl. And anywho, at the end of the live, it popped up on Facebook. So I said, oh my God, I remember this day. But I had forgot at the end. I literally started to speak about my dream and what God had told me to do. But in the video, I said, I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm just doing it because God told me to. And my whole life has changed since then, y'all. My mama had showed up that day. It's like she always has. But what I want y'all to know is, listen, I don't care if people call you crazy. I don't care if they say, oh, that stuff ain't true or whatever it is. If God shows you something, if he tells you, if you dream it and you pray and he confirms it, be obedient. My God, I'm so grateful. Just watch the video. Y'all okay with it? I'm about to change the mood on you because y'all know I cuts up. But something happened tonight. And I knew it was going to be good. Even though I cuts up and stuff, let me tell you. I'm going to give you a quick story. I'm trying to make the story short. Okay? Can I make the story short but long? So y'all, a lot of y'all know that my mama You know, she died at 51. She died of ALS, okay? And about 6 or 8 months before she passed away, me and her were talking. We knew she was going to pass, all right? And we was talking. And oftentimes, me and her were the only ones who would talk about death, just me and her. And I said, Mama, I don't know what I'm going to do when you gone. You know, you my best friend. Who am I going to talk to? How am I going to know, you know, things to do, right? And she said, babe, I used to think the same thing when Granny died, which was her mama. She said, but one day I was at work, and I was having a rough day. It was a rough day. And I went to my office, went to my desk, and she said it was a nickel laying on the edge of a desk. And she said, all of a sudden, I was just so drawn to that nickel. She said, I don't know why. She said, but it was just sitting there on my desk. And all of a sudden, I just felt the presence of my mama. She said, and it gave me peace. And she said, after that, every time I was having a rough day, I'd find a nickel. Every time I was having a good day, and I just wanted to share that with my mama, I'd find a nickel. And I looked at her and I laughed. I said, okay, Mama, now look. So you think Granny leaving you nickels? She said, I think so. I said, well, okay, if you think that Granny is leaving you nickels, what you going to leave me when you gone? So I know that you around me. She looked at me and she smiled. She said, I'm going to double it and I'll leave you dimes. And we laughed. We laughed in that moment. We laughed about it. And that was the conversation. So fast forward about 6 to 8 months later, my mom passed away. And we was in North Carolina, me and my husband, my kids, you know, all my family, we were in North Carolina. Nobody was here in my home. And we were there for a couple weeks. So on that first night that we came back to LA after being gone for weeks, my husband and I went to get into bed. And when we pulled the covers back, my bed was full of dimes. And it didn't register in that moment. And my husband looked, he said, why you got dimes in the bed? I said, I don't have dimes in the bed. We ain't even been here. And I was trying to figure out, like, why? And then it hit me. And I said, ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way in the world. That conversation just hit me. And I said, ain't no way. And I told my husband, he said, that scared him. He said, don't tell me no more. I don't want to hear it. And so I thought about that thing all night. I kept trying to think, well, maybe my purse fell over before I left because we was rushing to home or something. But I couldn't figure it out. So that next morning, I'm in the kitchen cooking breakfast, and my husband starts to scream, okay, from the bedroom. He in the bathroom. And I run in there, and I'm like, what is it? And he can't even talk. He just pointing. And he's pointing to the shower. And I look in the shower, and my shower is full of dimes. And that's been 10 years ago. And it happens so often, weekly. When I'm having rough days, she shows up. When I'm having good days, she shows up. And tonight, I went to the store to buy these ingredients on my way home. And after I paid for my stuff, there was a man walking in front of me. And he grabbed his bag. And when he grabbed his bag, a dime just fell out. And it rolled around and it stopped right in front of me. And he looked back and he said, oh, you can have it. So look, Mama was here tonight. And I'm doing the right thing. And I don't even know what I'm doing. But for some reason, I'm sorry. Today was a good day, y'all. It was a good day. And she here. And I'm just going to keep doing it. I don't know why I'm doing it. I told y'all I had a dream that I was supposed to do this. And I don't even know. I'm sorry. Now, that wasn't part of the plan, y'all, because I ate good. I wasn't supposed to be in there crying, but Mama was here tonight. And I'm just thankful, and I'm glad that y'all let me be me. And it don't even matter who see it. I don't care if it's 5 people or 5,000 people. I'm just so blessed to just be who I am and be accepted. And I'm just thankful for y'all. But I'm so thankful for my mama, who keeps guiding me So if anybody else out there is dealing with a parent or someone close to you that you done lost, know that they always around and they gonna send you signals. You just gotta pay attention. And when we think that things ain't gonna get better, y'all, because I had a rough year last year. People don't know, but I had a real rough year. But listen, things get better. They send us signs and life starts to change. And honey, you make up recipes and they be good. People had no idea how sick I was. People didn't know what I was dealing with and what I was struggling with the year before. But he brought me through it. And I got the victory. He didn't just bring me through it. Baby, he delivered me. I'm a witness, y'all. My life is my testimony. I won't ever stop sharing that. I don't care, honey, what nobody have to say about Tab. I'm going to live my life of obedience, and I'm going to keep on sharing it. So I encourage you, live your life of obedience. What God has put inside of you, it is for you. It don't matter who believe. You keep going. You keep trusting. It will come to pass. All right? That's it. And I'm about to take off running in here. Do you hear me? God is so good. All right, y'all go about y'all business. You had the most amazing day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't you dare go messing up nobody else's here. I'll talk to y'all later.
So like that this little video got a. First of all, I found that after. So I was like I knew I was I was in the fucking store, right? And like the Coinstar machine going on. And like I had already in my mind that I was finding quarters and dimes, okay? So when I heard the machine, I'm like, oh, look, I'm thinking about the ancestors again. Like, I'm wondering who this is because I really don't know, okay? Because I don't know anybody from behind my grandfather. I don't know my mother's parents. I don't know my dad's parents. I know my mother's father. That's it. Her mother passed before. So, like, that's 3 of my grandparents. I don't know anyone.
Did you have a relationship with them?
With my grandfather?
Yep.
The relationship is about as much of a relationship you can have up until the age of maybe like 5 or 4.
It's tough.
I wouldn't say 5 or 4. Maybe it was a little older than that. But either way, like, I think that he was closer to, like, my mother, my sister, and, you know, the generation above me, or them group of kids, than myself. Like, we hadn't connected yet. But, like, as I move throughout life, I think that me and him probably are a lot alike. You know, because, like, I found a lot of his books and stuff, and, like, we have similar interests.
Okay.
You know. Yeah, but, like, the idea that, not only, like, the reason why she was crying was, like, she finally understood. She understood. It was, like, another level of, like, awareness, another level of consciousness. But, like, also, even then, like, she was describing how she moved and was obedient before she even understood. And it's like, you know, that concept is probably the same concept of, like, shadow work, where you're reflecting, you know, and, you know, trying to find out your original feelings of how you feel, you know, in order to, like, channel the energy. That's just that in reverse. Where it's like, you know that there's, like, some type of authentic thread to life where it's like, okay, this is how I need to balance. That's the word you used the other day. It was like balance. This is how I need to balance things in a way that is authentic to myself. What y'all think about that? Y'all just looking like.
Well, first of all, that shit, I'm like her husband, man. That shit's scary to me.
Do you because like the reason why I'm even bringing this up is because like black people in this time, like there's a divide, not only politically but like also like spiritually, to where it's like you have people who are like uber Christians that say that you should not communicate with your ancestors.
Did you say uber Christians?
Uber Christians.
Okay, uber Christians. Why uber Christians?
Because
uber
like
like taking it to the max.
Then you have a tier of people who like are just accepting and like they're actually like decent people and decent Christians. Where it's like, okay, you can still be you, and then you also can let another person be them, but that does not affect your sanctity, I guess. Like there's this level of Christianity to where like I'm gonna keep it a buck. There's a level of Christianity. The highest level is white Christianity. Okay, right, white Protestant. And then you kind of like everything and all the benefits come down from there, to where it starts to affect the black Christians. And then that's where the divides come in, because not only are you looking at the economics of the thing, like this is why that first row in church like be clean and sharp as fuck. And those are like reserved seats, is because, it'd be about the money a lot of times, so much so in our spiritual houses, church houses. So then you have that going on, because like people have to participate in that, and people have to navigate that, and then you have like people who like just are like the devils in church, basically, who are like taking advantage of, everybody else. Like just doing like living outside on the inside, where it's like I know that we doing X, Y, but da. It's like, but what is the church like? How you don't feel comfortable? Like it be wild shit going on. Like
trust me.
This is a morning show, so like I don't want to get too graphic.
That's cool.
But like I be knowing like some stories of these people. But either way, that's what I mean by uber Christian. Okay, huh?
I was reading a comment that says some church people might call it a discernment. I don't know when it came through though.
Right. But like that's another word for it, like of what I'm saying. Like having discernment. Like discernment will mean that you are just making a choice between one thing or another, or what's going on. You able to evaluate, like the whole thing, and like move in a way that's good. Like, but you also could move in a way that's bad, like not having discernment. And like it's the same concept to where like when you are what these spiritual communities are saying is they saying like raising your consciousness. They just talking about understanding. When you that's the same thing as having discernment, where it's like, oh, I see these things going on and I'm going to make a choice X, Y. But like even now, like I'm saying, like communicating with your ancestors, like what you said earlier, you was like, you got to know who you're talking about. And that's what I was saying. It's like, yeah, you need to have discernment. By me telling him that, I don't know nobody outside of my grandfather. The other three was dead. I'm like, who is this?
And it might not be nobody super old.
For some reason, I feel like that it's my grandmother.
Your daddy mama?
I don't know. But this is just the way I feel.
You don't know
which
like
grandma?
It don't feel like no, I don't. But I feel like this is my grandma. I feel like I would know if it was my grandfather. Like one time I was in the shop and I'm just doing my thing and working, and like just like Tabitha described, where you find a thing or you're doing a thing, and then all of a sudden the rush of emotions come over you and you feel the person. Like I was cutting hair and I felt that. I was like, my grandfather just walked in here. And so when that happened, that's when I started like hanging his stuff in the shop, because it was like you just know a person when you When you know, you know.
Yeah, I ain't had that opportunity. Now, I will say, the wifey be saying that about her KK who raised her.
Mm-hmm.
She be like, you know, so that's my KK. You know what
Right.
I mean? Well, actually, my cousin, well, her cousin also, when I used to be at his crib and something to fall off the table or something, he'd be like, oh, that's Henry. Or the light would be flickering while we in the studio. He'd be like, oh, that's just my son. I'm like, nigga, what?
Right.
He like, yeah, that's just my son. Man, I gotta go.
Yeah.
So like I've experienced it through other people experience their vision of what's going on.
Right.
If that makes sense. They like,
Right.
yeah, oh yeah, I feel the presence of something. And I just be like, okay, cool.
But I feel like
I see you
it's more so
poise
what
and
you-
polish. Rise and shine, poise and polish. What you
Like,
say?
I guess it's your awareness and your knowledge and kind of like what frequency you on and kind of like where you are in life, I guess.
But like that's the
Because it's
thing. Like you like just like I was explaining with the hours and the money. Like you're gonna always be and have the same now as before.
When I'm
Like-
saying like knowledge, like you could get in a situation or see something and you not know how to
But
process
that's what
or
I'm talking
handle
about.
it.
That's what they mean when they say you your consciousness is raising. Because then you just start to understand more and more. Like that's what we're going through right now as a community by even talking about these things. Okay? Like there's like some fundamental raising of understanding that's happening. You know, and like people are healing because of it. And it's like, okay, well, what are these healed people about to do?
You think it's like what that thing they were saying too? I can't think of it, but they were saying like with the mice in different cities, but like humans, like
That's exactly.
people are getting
Yeah.
more aware on that side of the world, and it's just blanketed, like I don't know, like something in us.
I would agree. I seen that video too. And absolutely.
Hey,
It's
Sky
that.
Blue, everybody out except for you.
The rise and shine, Sky Blue. I'm supposed to be there actually, and like why we got you?
Maybe that's
8:15.
that's why he came on here and
8:15.
said, "Ooh."
It's okay because we gotta have this conversation anyway. So we I can't do the mornings no more on Fridays because I'm gonna have to teach at the school on Friday mornings. So like, what other day will we be able to do it? Wait a minute. So CJ
about
said that
Thursday
you were
morning?
saying.
I thought did you tell me that?
Did
When we
you
talked yesterday, did you say Fridays weren't working for you no more too?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I said he might have said it. I wasn't sure.
What's wrong with Thursday mornings?
There ain't nothing wrong with it.
Cause I do Wednesday podcast with Reggie here at night.
Okay, so you already be here
So I already
Thursday
be
morning.
here Thursday. Yep.
Right.
Yep. Cause sometimes we don't leave here. Well, sometimes I stay, but sometimes we don't leave. Well, now since he got the gig, but yeah, Thursday mornings would be cool. If y'all cool with Thursday mornings, that got to be something y'all cool with.
Right.
And right now would be a good time to lock that in because I'm resting.
Right.
So I'm not taking nothing. You feel
Oh.
me?
Well, you got to put your look at what CJ did. You got to put the camera on you when you did that.
Okay.
What so we gonna do Monday morning and Thursday morning.
That's what it's looking like.
Monday and Thursday.
MT.
Oh, okay, I got you.
What's MT?
Monday,
Monday,
Thursday.
Thursday.
Oh, I thought you were saying empty, like empty.
Like empty.
Mm-mm. MT.
Like
Monday,
what's
Thursday.
empty?
Okay,
Like
cool.
T.
So when are we starting this?
When I'm gonna have to be there next Friday. Like he said, he almost got in trouble this Friday by me not being there.
Really?
Yeah.
So when was this being effective though? Like this is what it always been Friday morning?
Well, we don't know. We did it last year, and the school year just started. So
No, like it's effective.
I got you.
Like as of this Friday, I was supposed to be there today, like right now. But I chose to come here first. That was my obligation. Like this was sprung on me at the last minute. It was like, yeah, I'm proceeding with my obligation. But I said to him, like, to let them know that, about next Friday. We'll be there.
Okay, I got you. Apologize for any
What you do?
I set up.
You acting like,
You know what's so crazy though?
What's the name?
You know what's so crazy about that soup? I was gonna cancel today. Because I had so much shit to do today.
But see, like that's what the fuck I'm... Okay, so like, y'all, that's what the fuck I'm talking about.
I had
that's
so
what I'm
much
talking
shit
about.
to do last night. And I was like, you know what? I should just cancel the podcast. When CJ called me, I was
twice. Because he don't never answer
CJ
my first call.
CJ was the one that locked it in. When he called me, and he said, I'm going to see you tonight, I was like, okay. Yeah, I got you. We'll be there. Yeah. Because I just knew in my head I was supposed to went to a show last night to shoot footage for a client. I couldn't even make it. I was so backed up getting gear.
Look,
stuck
so
in
like
traffic.
My whole thing is like we be connected in that way. Especially like fam, more often, like I notice it a lot with him. But like I'm talking about everybody. Like be connected in that way to where like certain things that either you cannot show up for or do, and that could be, you know, event wise or emotion wise. Like it kind of like works itself out in some type of way where the math still math.
Jesus gonna work it out. We need a
tambourine.
But like
I was gonna do the Rich Homie Quan. I feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
No, it's true. You know, because it's like, you know, outside of like ourselves, like all of this shit be like going on and happening, and like we don't be aware of it.
Right, man.
And so like that's what I'm describing as far as them emotions. You know, like taking our lives and shaping them in a way where it's like, okay, we're gonna make sure that you're here doing this, you know, without your knowledge. You know, and then you're going to wake up and be like, oh, you know, who am I? And then it's like, okay, what you do from there is with that awareness. So it's like you have this understanding that shapes all these other things, and you looking forward and you looking back and you looking around because now you building the thing that you're seeing and now that you understand, you know. So it's like understanding that we got these system of events happening around us, you know, like what is it, like I don't know, what is it pointing us to, like what are we doing with that kind of understanding, especially, you know, when you are draining yourself at work, you overworking, you know, especially when all this mental health shit is going on, you know, financial shit, like this is probably the most fucking punitive time for like finances that we've been in history, because like things are changing and quick. Very you quick. Know, decisions are being made and very fast. You know, like with all these new things arising, it's like you can't do nothing but be fucking overwhelmed.
Right.
You know, and in order to not be overwhelmed, it's like, you know, there's some type of balance that needs to be
some self-care. Right.
You know, in order for people to make it.
Right.
You know, and like, you know, part of that self-care is knowing that like that it's gonna be okay, and that you will be taken care of, and that, you know, you're where you're supposed to be, and that you are good enough, and you deserve love, and, you know, all these things to where like these be the center of what you do. And if you come off authentic, you know, you have these amazing, you know, alignments and things like that, or experiences, or just maybe just getting through, you know, like, what is that type that she say? I was delivered, you know, like these kind of things like come from the very thing where I'm talking about, where, you know, how do you, be you in the situation that you're in, you know, in a way that works, in a way that makes you ask for the bold thing, in a way that, you know, makes you, you know, say, oh, okay, how many weeks do I got to pay this bill? Because I ain't got to pay this motherfucker.
Right.
You know, make, you know, decisions that are pro you. You know, it is the way to it, I would say. Yeah.
I feel like, just to add on to, you know, be you. You know what I'm saying? Don't go in somewhere being somebody else. You're going to get something that's not for you. You know, you're gonna get somebody else's dream, somebody else opportunity, and it don't even feel like you're not gonna feel like, nigga, we made it. You're gonna still feel like you just still finding your way.
We was talking last week about that very thing, where like people be living other people's experiences because they either are people pleasing to accommodate how they feel, or like they just being preyed on based on them not showing up for their own fucking lives and doing their own thing. So like this system that we explain, and then I'm explaining that's outside of everybody. Like motherfuckers be really using it to either stay alive or survive, or like thrive. What is they doing next door? And that's what that girl was talking about. That's what brought this interview. I mean, not this conversation up. That the Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, where she challenged them on like the things they were doing, and like kind of like forced them to reflect, in a way that they wasn't, didn't have to reflect to themselves, because under their understanding, which like is a good example of how people can have levels of understanding and consciousness. Under their understanding, they have done well for themselves. But like the next level consciousness was telling them, well, actually, although you've done this, you've just been surviving in your situation. You can actually thrive in it. Right. So,
I did catch that part.
Right. That's what she was basically saying the same thing I'm saying as far as like authenticity. It's like that's the only way to thrive in situations, because like you can only do what you can do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like shit. Like what you be wanting to give up. You be wanting not to do it. And it's like you done come too far now.
I feel like that's that's how it's like it's a homie. Like homie always been like into acting and stuff, and then like he started going into the streets. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't him. And he got in his situation, and he got back to his roots of the arts, and he's thriving in his situation. Mm-hmm. Just being authentically him.
And literally the same process, because like he didn't come into awareness until he probably woke up in jail. You know what I'm saying? And like his life got apprehended by his own emotions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now he's forced to go inside. And through that, being inside, he's been able to, do more in there than he's probably done, in a long time. Like, things be divine, y'all, is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, things be planned. Things be, it's not a mistake. And, like, you got a purpose for it. Like, you specifically, And it's like, if you're not in connection with that purpose today, or any day going forward, it's like that should be the main priority, where it's like, why am I here? Okay, what do you want from me? And like, how can I start making them fucking steps towards what you want? Because like, if you're not thinking those things, if you're not keeping that in consideration, then you're probably somebody else that's serving someone else's dream, and like, you deserve your own. You deserve, the same kind of self-care, the same kind of love that, people put into themselves in order to produce and manifest and be who they authentically are,
Right.
Which is the opportunity, that I believe that a lot of our ancestors was praying for, and like now we here, but like we scared to the motherfucker. It's like, bitch, if you don't turn that camera on and start making them videos, bitch, like, what's wrong with you? Like what you shaking, honey? And it's like, you made it over,
right?
So it's like, I think as simple as like finding quarters and dimes is the simplicity of like waiting until you feel the right feeling to make the decisions that you need to make that lead you down the path of the most authentic you. And like, I've been doing that all the time, and like, now people are talking about it, and I'm like, oh, I didn't ever have words for it. you know. But like it's very much that it's like a different part of, I don't know, your brain. Sometimes like sometimes dreams and like life work together. You know, you can I don't know, like pull information out of your dreams. Sometimes
That's what Terrence Howard
Sometimes I
said.
forget that shit.
you say, well,
That's what Terrence Howard said.
I definitely have had that, you know, like a lot of my walk today, especially when it comes to music is concerned, like came out of dreams. You know, I seen it first, you know, and then I believed it, and then it was like, okay, look, how do I try to make this happen for real? You know, but you know, I think that that's the thing. I think that trying to make it happen, like, be that fighting force that, like you have to stop doing. You know, me too. Not just you, but me too. Because like you fighting against the current of what's already going on. Like the day is already written. You know, it's like, okay, take care of yourself, but still, you know, do your thing.
So like when I be like leaving out for work and I miss the bus, I really ain't missed the bus because I won my bus.
Right. That's how I look at it.
No.
That's definitely how I look at it.
It depends. Like, you know, it depends on who you are and where you are and what you're doing. You know, that would determine that. But like, I guess in a nutshell, in that moment, then yeah, like, you know, we weren't supposed to take that bus.
I was sick because I got up. I'm like, boom, like I'm getting my day started. I got up early. I made me a smoothie. Missed that bus. It threw me off.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, because like what I'm explaining is very surface level things, and like you can get lost in the particulars of things, and like things are very like particular to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like them details, like only you will know the details of what it is that you need to do going forward. But like what I'm saying is like those details and like the details that come along with like the first ideas that you have about yourself, and like the ideas towards, not the idea towards like, oh, you know, I gotta go to the bathroom, or oh, you know, I gotta shit, like anything involuntary. I'm talking about the ideas of what you know you should be doing. Okay? Whether that's in alignment of what you're actually doing, that would determine like what you see. So like if you are, you know, experiencing, you know, your life in whatever, it's like, no, don't pop into like right now and just say, oh, well, I was just not supposed to do this. I guess I won't go to work today because I ain't feel like it. You know, like that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, you know, who you are and where you are in the most authentic way that you can be, in the most authentic time, in the most authentic, you know, considering everything about yourself, who you want to be, where you want to be, what you want to do, what you know, all of these things would, you know, determine your ability to understand like what I'm explaining, where it's like, okay, you know, now that you have this awareness, you know, are you adding, or now that you have this awareness, or now that you come this far, are you understanding that that the not only where you're going is connected to where you've been, and like you basically doing a reflection of the two in order to find out where to be in a way not to be overwhelmed by not only like the life that's happening because of it, but like, you know, this woman, I saw the video, she was crying because she just remembered, like that was overwhelmed, like it was a lot going on. So like in order to be even sitting enough to hold on to that kind of, that's probably why we can't really see what's really going on outside of, because it's like we will be like crushed by our own manifestations or some shit. But yeah, like it's not just like, oh, okay, you know, it's not as simple as you just tuning in on one event and saying, oh, you know, this means that and this means that. It's like, no, you have to reflect everything.
So
including,
what I was going more so into was because I was saying like how what transpired on the day after that, like with missing a bus. Like, so was I supposed to miss that bus because I was supposed to do this and this and this?
Right.
Like, so like I guess what
Only you would
saying.
know.
Yeah.
Like only that's basically what I'm saying, because there's so much to consider. Like only you would know. There are specific things that only I know, that only I feel comfortable talking about. You know, when it comes to this kind of stuff, and like I do consider it all. You know, when it comes down to me, like making a decision. You know, like okay, well I've come this far and this, that, and the other. And I don't know. That might be wrong. But like all I'm doing is saying like the shit exists. And like like if it exists to me, for me, I know it exists for somebody out here else. Like somebody know what the fuck I'm talking about, you know, where it's like, yeah, I'll be thinking about that. And like, yes, I'm learning, because the idea of learning how to connect with your ancestors and like walking that walk in accordance to everything that I'm talking about, as far as, you know, being authentic and being yourself. You know, like, what the fuck does this even mean? What is it? You know, and it's like, are y'all you free enough to even make that journey if your life required it? Okay. It exists, you know, and like, that's all I'm here saying. But like these emotions, okay.
I was waiting for it.
What?
That was definitely a deep.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying it was. That was like you went and you dove into that. Your whole perspective and idea.
Yeah, like what? Are you listening to?
No, I thought I heard some keys. I'm like,
yeah, because there's a whole maintenance to this very thing that I'm learning as well. Like, I'm wondering if y'all ever heard about this kind of stuff. So like, I would be asking and showing, you know.
No, I haven't.
I mean, you have, like, you know, like like it's a lot of the self-care, you know, stuff. The thing is, like, if we're talking about anxiety,
Well, that's
then
true.
we have to learn how to relax.
I learned
like,
about
if we live in a
it.
fear-based reality, then like motherfuckers have to learn how to relax.
Right. So I learned about relaxing through massage therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand self-care was a form of detox.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
that's when I say, damn, that's deep, because it's like, you know, massage therapy is relaxing, but for a most general person, they just know, okay, that shit relaxes me.
Right.
But in reality, like, that's a form of self-care. Self-care is a form of detox.
Right.
Detox is a form of you getting out bad and bringing in good, or you just releasing bad toxin. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean every time I say it was deep, is because it goes deeper than what I know it is.
Right.
So damn, that was deep.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, that was deep.
No, you good. You're good. You're absolutely right. And like detoxing and all those things are, you know, connected to what it is that I'm talking about. You know, that's what I meant by the maintenance of it. Like, what I remember I brought Dre on here, the herbalist guy. Mm-hmm. You know, like, he was talking about a lot of the shit.
When we bringing him back?
I don't know, but like, check out the herbalist video. You know, y'all, there's a lot of good information in there. You know, as far as like wellness and self-care, because we need a lot of that in order, you know, to do what it is that we're doing. You know, like manifesting and dream building and being black and being gifted and being talented and being, you know, entrepreneurs and being, you know, and just being all the things, you know, on camera and being, you know, solid and being, you know, unique.
Right. Y'all get ready for a conference that we gonna throw. Look, you know what I'm saying? Where we gonna have different classes for everything from entrepreneur to self-care All that. Get ready for that conference. I'm gonna speak it into existence right now.
It's true.
It's gonna be nice.
It's true. You know, that's basically what I'm saying. Like a lot of these ideals, like everything is divine, number one. But like a lot of these things, you know, have manifested for me in a way that came from original manifestation. You know, that I've already accomplished. It's like everything else is, you know, the icing on the cake. But it's like what I do know about it is like everything is balanced, and you're just trying to find out where it is. But like that's the in that same way, you know, like balance yourself and find out like how to regulate emotions. That's what we was talking about, you know, in them hot spots last week. You know, to where it's like I don't know, like that be the udder or the rudder. What is that? What's it on the boat? Rudder? Is it rudder? Rudders on boats, udders on cows.
I don't know.
Rudder, the little steering part of the boat.
Okay. Still don't know.
Nobody know. You know what?
No, but we can Google that shit. Though.
No, don't do that. No, don't Google it. If I'm not using the right word, like y'all can correct me in the comments. Right. But it's the steers you in the direction that you're going, because like if you're not able to, I don't know, like think of it like a nerve connection that's connected to everything, okay, or a circuit connection that's connected to everything.
Okay.
Like people that aren't able to regulate emotions usually leave null and void circuits every fucking where. They say don't burn your bridges.
Right, that's the main thing.
Okay, so like you can't work the system if you aren't connected to the circuits.
That makes sense.
Okay, and like if the reason why you're not connected to the circuits is your inability to regulate your emotions, then that's why we talking about going inward.
Right.
You know, where it's like, okay,
and that makes sense.
That, but and like me talking about, you know, all the things that are outside of ourselves is just me bringing awareness to the circuits, where it's like, okay, like we, or I, or did you know that she not only that you can communicate with ancestors doing it, but they've been manipulating you with the same circuits. You're finding this out and listening to me for a reason in relation to this. Let me see. Oh, everything is divine. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. You know, like all of these things, like who you are, like it's connected to like everybody that you've come from, like the reason why you've like have been through what you've been through and experienced what you did. It's all like, you know,
everything.
But like what we are experiencing as Black people is disconnected from the circuits. Like we just been disconnected. But like I think that we finna be reconnected, and like it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. Yeah, so I don't know. This emotional regulation thing. I'm gonna talk about that, and I'm gonna be showing that a lot because
videos.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like motherfuckers don't be knowing nothing about that. You know, and it's like shit. I definitely need if anybody need to regulate their fucking emotions, it's me.
Well, you working on it.
That's fine, but like you know, since I'm me, then it's like okay, then this is what I'm gonna do with with this, you know, and everything about me, and you know what I'm saying, you know,
tie it
like
all in
because it's authentic to me. It's like I'm not finna be this over here, and then come and do this over there. It's like if you want me to do this, then I'm gonna have to like literally submit and like figure out how to be me in all this so it can be easy. You know, so I could just come in the thing and just mix all the fucking shows.
Well, we said, well, it's not. That's it ain't gonna be. It ain't.
That's what Fam said. He said he just want to come in and mix.
That's it. I just want to come in and mix. Man.
Right.
But all the other stuff, I did that for years. I know how it is. I do feel like I grew out that position.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like some of these companies, I only let them hire me just for that. Because I want to set my price for me coming out mixing the show. I can't let somebody else set that for me. In order for me to set that myself, I have to get out here and get it myself. You know what I mean? Like, and that's just where I'm at. I'll do stage hands for my rate that I do it for, but once I get my mixing rate that I know I deserve, I'm done with stage hands. Like I'm done with coming out setting up. I don't need to do that. I'll put together a crew for that, and they'll know how to be a tech because they're gonna learn from me and my business partner. Right. You know what I mean? That's it.
Right. It's literally the same thing. You know that I do at the shop, where it's like you, like the role that I'm finding that that I didn't know nothing about, like in entrepreneurship and in the hair and in owning the salon XY, it's this very like connective thing where it's like you just are looking for the connections to come in and just do what you do naturally, you know, and that comes with understanding. So like once you're looking in that direction, you know, that's when you're gonna like pretty much find the fucking answers. But like this is probably why that shit is happening, because this is why you hurt your arm. Right. It's up. Like, you know, just to get you in the right position and say, okay, you know, enough is enough. Know,
another thing why it's so funny, damn, we 15 minutes over. Real quick, when I got hurt, I started going through like all my emails. Found out I bought 6 different classes, from mixing to video editing to marketing
that you never fucking watched. And literally prepared yourself to, but like I just asked, I said, do you do things or have you done things that you didn't know?
I'm halfway
while you were doing them
now, bro, and I just feel much smarter.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, oh my god, like it was truly a blessing. It felt great. You know what I mean? So to put myself in those situations, it's like, okay, yeah, I hear you. I definitely hear you. I'm gonna take the rest of this month off. Finish all these classes.
Yeah, for real.
And get ready for another 6.
And just go ahead, you know, and like be you know, slowly, I guess.
Yeah, slowly. You know. Yeah, definitely. I'm not hauling ass no more, man. Anybody out there want to join the team? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for some techs that I can teach. You know what I'm saying? Email me, hit me up on social media. Matter of fact, let me make this simple for you. Email me at info@nukementerprise.com. nukementerprise.com. info@nukementerprise.com. Was that too much? If it is, Fam North, Instagram, DM me. Let's get to work. I'm definitely looking for some people who I can teach, man. Yeah. That's teachable, and it's gonna listen. My homie told me, he say, don't nobody want to, how he said, don't nobody want to talk to the smartest man, or don't nobody want to know that you the smartest man. You know what I mean? Like if you know something and somebody teaching you, just let them teach you. You might pick something up that you didn't know. Right. Instead of you saying, oh yeah, I know that. Right. Like I know people who I
get to, them motherfuckers
like,
all
the time. Yeah.
Why is you showing me this? Why? And it'd be like, baby, like there's a reason why I'm who I am, and like you who you are.
Well, actually,
okay,
they gotta take it from a standpoint of they gotta listen to themselves.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a reason why I'm putting this in front of you.
Look, there's a reason why who I am, and you are who you are. Like it would behoove you to listen. If you do not, then it's like, oh well. Right. Like there's a reason why you are sitting there being you. And I am sitting here being me. Now, if I'm in a position to show you something, there's a reason why that happened.
Yeah. The reason why that came across your universe.
I'm not the reason. Like, I'm not doing this. You know, like, I'm not making it up. Like, if I showed up and the spout locks, then trust and believe.
We're going to get it done.
Or either I'm teaching them or I'm learning them. Right. You know, because, like, I'll be a student, too. A lot of times. That's why the reason why I know a lot about the shit is because I study my fucking craft. I'm around people and I listen to people who can teach me. You know, but like they don't have I don't know. I run across that kind of personality all the time, and it'd be so unfortunate.
It is, man.
You know,
it irritating, but you know, it is what it is, man.
But we're not gonna focus on them. Like there are gonna be people that are coming that are
funny you
serious.
Ask, I am gonna need you and CJ help before y'all leave. I need y'all to take something downstairs from me.
Okay.
Cool. I appreciate that.
Okay, bet. We're gonna make sure that we take that downstairs for fam. You know who I am. I am super de duper. Hey, look, like stay motivated.
Right.
Pick them clothes about the flow.
Yes.
Okay.
I make my bed up every morning now.
Look, just do better.
Right.
And like
be better.
we're all in this together.
Listen, let me tell you something. Me making my bed up every morning now, it feels so good.
You know, it be certain things that you know when you off alignment.
Yes, it feels.
You know, mine is like when my clothes in the flow. It's like, okay, you need to get back centered, right. Get back to square one, reset. You need to reset.
Right.
You know, so like let's all reset. Okay.
Right. That's it.
What it look like. Okay.
I'm Fam North. Y'all already know. Pots and Pan Audio is the studio. Tag Production is the live production company. The R&D Lab is the artist development. Nukem Enterprise is me. Nukem Craft and Events is where you get your custom gear and events. I'm going to switch the camera over to CJ real quick.
Okay. CJ, talk to him.
Yeah.
So what? You ain't got nothing to say?
CJ, you ain't got nothing to say?
Okay.
I'm right here.
We ending, and I got the camera on you.
Hey, y'all, let me tell y'all. So,
look, why would a student say, why you live and not at diet?
not clock that T. Look, kids, why you on live and not paying attention in that class?
Okay.
Let's start there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, great talk. Be authentically yourself today. Stop being them other hoes. They not you. Rest up, rich homie.
We gonna see y'all. I'm gonna see y'all. Look, we gonna be Mondays and Thursdays. That's what we doing.
Mondays and Thursdays.
MT. All right, Mondays, Thursdays. So that's what we'll be doing this, and like we'll try to stay consistent. Like we gonna do what's authentic to us. If it ain't working, we won't be here. So like, look, I'm not like, look, motherfuckers ain't finna. I'm letting y'all know, like we not finna kill ourselves trying to make this shit happen. Like it's gonna be authentic. Like you know, we might want to pop up and just want to say something. You know, I don't know what the fuck gonna happen. Are you mocking me?
No.
Like what's the tea? Like yeah, okay, yeah, like we ain't finna like look, we chilling, okay. All right.
And I was here for James Warren today. If y'all didn't see.
Yes.
Which is weird.
Titties.